Oh boy, I can already hear the angry Jason fans. But anyway, yes, you heard me right. Halloween 2 Michael does beat Part 6 Jason, and let me explain why. Starting off with Jason. Jason finds himself in a wall of arranged power as he's able to snap necks and crush skulls with ease. He is also able to rip off arms, which gets him to Class K strength. As for durability, he would also be in the wall of ranges, as he's able to tank shots from a shotgun 4 times and multiple shots from pistols. However, he was later defeated when a boat repeller came in and snapped his neck. Now moving on to Myers. Myers, in the Halloween 2 novelization, was able to rip apart a steel bed, which was calculated to be either Class M or Class K. Now, I'm not sure which calculation is correct, but let me know in the comments. But for now, we're gonna go with Class M. But both yield the same result, as this feat is calculated to be a small building level, which scales way higher than Jason's strength. And in the 1978 novel, he was able to rip people apart like flies, as well as crush skulls, and he was able to punch through an abdomen in the novel as well. Now, you might be wondering, King Kenny, why you bring up the 1970 novelization? This is Halloween 2 Myers. Well, here's the thing. 1978 and H2 are the exact same Michael. Yes, you heard me right. Halloween 2 Michael is just 1970 Michael, but minutes later. And so any feats and statements from the novels and in the first movie and the second movie directly applies to like 1978. So let me put it this way, anything that H2 Myers did in Halloween 2, 1978 Myers can do, because they are basically the same Myers. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Myers is also way faster than Jason, as in 1978 he was able to blitz Laurie's perception, which was calculated to be subsonic. And in the Halloween 2 novelization, he was able to blitz a woman faster than the fastest slow motion camera back in the 80s. Which is calculated to be either supersonic to high hypersonic. Myers was also able to survive a small building level explosion, which this type of durability scales way higher than Jason's durability. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, well, actually, King Kenny, Myers went into a coma after the fire. Well, if you say that, I'm just going to dismiss it, because it states that in the Halloween 2 novel, he literally escaped the fire. So even then, he didn't go into a coma. He literally got up and just walked away. That's literally what he did. Unless you're counting the Thorn timeline, because there are 2 different ways you can interpret this. As in H2 novel, he just simply escapes, or as in the H20 novels, he also just kind of escapes and disappears. Whereas in the Thorn novels, he does escape the fire, but he eventually goes back to sleep because the constellation in the skies of the Thorn disappeared, and so the demon went to sleep, and then Michael also went to sleep. Speaking of Curse of Thorn is canon in both Halloween 2 and in 1978, as the 1978 novel clearly shows that Michael was hearing voices to kill, which is what the Thorn demon does, and it does the same thing to Danny in Halloween 6, as the Thorn demon was telling Danny to kill. This is literally what the Thorn demon does. Myers just also has way more useful hacks and abilities than Jason, as Jason's only hacks are his teleportation, regeneration, and resurrection. Now, to be fair, both can regenerate, but I would argue that Myers' regeneration is better, as he is able to completely heal his burn marks and both of his eyes. I mean, that's just my opinion, but that's honestly up for debate. Myers also has something called durability negation. Now, what is that, you may ask? It's an ability where no matter how strong or durable the opponent is, Myers can still hurt them. How does he have this ability? Well, it's simple. He can get this ability through poison. As it's stated in the Halloween 1978 novel, he poisoned kids back in Smith's Grove, which would grant him this ability. And in the H2 novel, he has something called darkness manipulation, where he's able to manipulate the darkness and use it to his will. As in the H2 novel, he uses the shadows to literally choke a nurse to death, which is insane. He also has immortality type 8. Now, this type of immortality is directly related to the Curse of Thorn. This type of immortality makes it so that No matter what happens to Michael, he can't die, period, as the Thorn Demon will not allow it unless the constellations of the stars are destroyed or the targeted family is killed. So with all these feats put together, who would win? Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest, I thought this fight would be a lot more closer, but when I was doing research, it's honestly kind of not that close at all. Myers just factually scales way higher than Jason, and Jason just has no way of permanently killing Michael, and that's just a fact. Michael just has just way more useful hacks and abilities, with also a giant speed gap, and so it's just like, yeah, there's really not much Jason can do. Now, don't get me wrong, Jason will put up a fight. He does have a better arsenal, but he can't really do much if he can't kill him. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I give Myers, like, I think maybe around low mid diff if we're being generous, but I don't know. I also want to give a huge shout out to J Dashin. I hope I didn't butcher that, because I got most of my information from his video and Main's video talking about how strong Michael Myers really is. They are full of information, and it's honestly amazing. If you really want to know how powerful Michael Myers really is, I would recommend checking out those videos. I also want to thank Jay for slotting me that statement of Michael Myers turning Parker Steelbed. I appreciate that, bro. So yeah, that's it. This is probably gonna be my first ever like full-length power scaling video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, I can already see the Jason fans typing away in the comments saying, oh, you're a biased Michael Myers fan, you hate Jason. No, it's not that. I love Jason, he's my second favorite slasher, but when you look at the facts, Myers just wins. He just scales way higher than him, and he has better hacks and abilities. So it's just like, there's no argument to this. But I will say one Michael Myers versus Jason fight is closer than everyone thinks, and that is Canon Michael versus Jason Voorhees Part 7. That's going to be the next power scaling video that I'm going to do. And trust me, it's a lot closer than you think. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you agree or do you disagree? I'm curious to see what you have to say. Until then, peace out.